Welcome back. Today we're jumping into a devotional reading for January 29, 2026, and it zeroes in on a really specific part of Matthew chapter 8.
Yeah, it's these two stories back to back. Jesus heals a leper and then a Roman centurion servant.
And on the surface, they seem totally different. One's an outcast, the other's, an authority figure.
Exactly. But the source material argues that together they actually give us this three-part framework for how divine healing works.
Okay, so let's dig into that. The first story, with the leper, is all about what the text calls desire.
Right.
The leper comes up and says something kind of unusual. He says, "Lord, if you will, you can make me clean."
And that little word, if, is everything. He's not questioning the power. He's not saying, can you do this? He already knows Jesus can.
He's questioning the intent.
The intent, the willingness. I mean, the reading suggests this is the big hurdle for a lot of people. Not can God, but does God actually want to?
And Jesus' response is so direct. No big speech, no sermon.
Just, I will, 2 words.
I will be clean.
And that's the first pillar the text pulls out for us. Desire. The argument is that this moment just settles it. God's default isn't reluctance. It's a desire for restoration.
But then he does more than just say the words. He actually reaches out and touches the man.
Which is a massive deal, right? In that culture, touching a leper was completely forbidden. It was a huge violation of religious law.
You would become unclean yourself.
You should have. But here, the power flows the other way. The health flows from Jesus to the leper.
And that's the second pillar.
That's compassion. It's not this detached clinical healing. It's personal. It's about breaking a social rule to make a human connection.
Okay, so we have this incredibly personal physical touch, but then the scene shifts completely to the Roman centurion.
And it's like the total opposite dynamic. Jesus actually offers to go to the man's house.
Then the centurion says, "No, don't bother," which is bold.
It's a jarring pivot, yeah. You go from this really intimate healing to the idea of healing from miles away. The centurion says, "I'm not worthy to have you come under my roof."
This is my favorite part, because he explains his reasoning with a military analogy. He's a commander. He gets how authority works.
Exactly. He just lays it out logically. He says, I tell one soldier, go, and he goes. To him, spiritual authority works just like a chain of command.
He doesn't need a ceremony or a physical presence?
No, not at all. He just needs the person in charge to say the word. He thinks disease is just like a soldier that has to obey an order from a higher rank.
And the text says Jesus marveled at this.
Which is so rare. He's usually marveling at people's lack of faith. Here, he's stunned by the presence of it. And that brings us to the third pillar, faith.
But it's a specific kind of faith. It's not like just wishing really hard.
Not at all. It's a logical trust. It's a firm confidence in how authority works.
So putting these 3 pillars together, desire, compassion, and faith, the source is basically saying this model isn't just ancient history.
Right. It acknowledges, we have modern medicine now, which is a wonderful gift.
Yep.
But it insists that the underlying principle, that I will, hasn't expired.
So the challenge is to check our own assumptions. Do we believe in the power, but maybe, deep down, doubt the willingness?
I think that's the core question it's asking you, the listener, to consider. And it's just so funny, isn't it? The person who understood this best, the centurion, he was a total outsider.
Yeah, not a religious scholar, a pagan soldier.
The religious insiders wanted some kind of big sign or a spectacle. The outsider just understood command. He just needed a word.
And that leaves you wondering, doesn't it, if maybe we're so busy looking for God to show up in these familiar traditional ways.
That we completely miss the simple, logical authority that's been there all along.
That's a powerful thought to end on. Thanks for unpacking all that.
My pleasure.